Welcome to Satan is My Superhero.
In this episode, we continue our journey into spiritual warfare. Previously, we've discussed the creation of spiritual warfare, which is the idea that mighty Christian warriors are engaged in constant battle with the forces of evil in their own heads.
Imagine being in a Christian's head.
Wow, there's so much space in here. Hello? 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 Hey, is anyone else getting a really strong feeling of willful ignorance and extreme sexual deviancy? Hello?
This imaginary war was first imagined by the
self-proclaimed Apostle Paul
2,000 years ago, and for its first 2 millennia, spiritual warfare was all about a personal battle with sin. But
the 20th century has entered the conversation.
With the industrialization, commercialization, and capitalism of the 19th and 20th centuries, a new focus on the individual swept society.
We're all individuals.
I'm not.
I'm going to do it in one. I'm professional. The Pentecostal, evangelical, and charismatic movements took this whole fucking jump to sentence. The Pentecostal, evangelical, and charismatic movements took this new focus on the self and focused on not focusing on the self when examining fault. Sin and temptation are wholly external forces to be fought with Jesus magic.
So these dummy dum-dums have taken a metaphor/allegory and repackaged it back to themselves as fact, thereby not only not learning the intended message, but outright doing the opposite.
Welcome to modern Christianity. Is this your first time?
Welcome to Christianity. If this is your first time, I'd like to go over the basics. Number 1, we are all about love. In fact, you could sum up our entire theology with one word: love. I cannot stress this enough. We are all about love, 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 love. Now, point 2. Here's a list of things we hate and curse to the eternal lake of fire. Homos, trans people, women, science, socialists, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, atheists.
We noted an example of the externalization of spiritual warfare in our Dungeons and Dragons episodes.
gratuitous back catalogue plug.
And here's what we discovered.
In 2000, self-proclaimed US Spiritual Warfare Network Regional Coordinator Diane Bucher published a teaching called
Spiritual Mapping for Effective Spiritual Warfare.
In it, she claimed,
"The Lord instructed me to get a map. On this map, we place colored pins with each color representing certain categories of unrighteous works.
red pins are for cult and occult churches, green pins are for pornography, orange pins are for Freemasons."
Oh, you would know if I had anything to do with the Freemasons. For a start, it would be fun.
Purple pins are for what Bucher calls
Abortuaries?
yellow pins are for places that are owned and or operated by homosexuals. White pins are for places where commercial sex work takes place. And for the edification of this episode, blue pins are for cult and occult establishments, which Bucher explains are businesses involved in the occult that, as she says, may include
Comic book and baseball card shops. Many of them sell magic cards, Dungeons and Dragons as well.
So she's got a map, presumably on her wall at home, covered in red, green, orange, purple, yellow, white and blue pins? Oh, how delightful. It must look like a veritable rainbow. You know, the map alone should earn her house a yellow pin.
This spiritual warfare was not invented by Bucher, and what she is advocating here would be described as strategic level intercession by its adherents.
What are the black pins for, Diane?
That's where anyone who's ever made me angry lives.
There sure are a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why did you put a black pin on my house just then?
Strong with that one, the desire to persecute.
Now you see why Judas doesn't read the copy anymore.
The methamphetamine that would fuel the spiritual warfare mania we now know came in the form of Anglican priest / charismatic author and speaker in tongues Michael Harper, who in 1970, just before the Satanic Panic really kicked off, published a book titled Spiritual Warfare, Recognizing and Overcoming the Work of Evil Spirits.
Step 1 in recognizing work of evil spirits. Does it look like fun?
Harper is regarded as one of the leading forces in popularising the phrase we've come all this way to talk about today.
That's so spiritual warfare.
Michael, stop trying to make spiritual warfare happen. It's not going to happen.
Harper left the Anglican faith in 1995 over his disgust at women being ordained as clergy.
Girls are gross? Blair.
He signed on with the Eastern Orthodox.
I prefer doing it the way the Greeks do it.
How did his speaking in tongues go down with the Orthodox?
I don't know if he continued that grift, but Harper eventually did become an archpriest, which sounds like a promotion.
The archpriest gets an extra vest and a special crucifix. It's not pathetic. You're pathetic.
Another mover and shaker in the modern spiritual warfare movement was American theological author Charles Peter Wagner, who published 80 books with titles like Confronting the Powers, How the New Testament Church Experienced the Power of Strategic Level Spiritual Warfare.
I love it when these soft-faced, chubby-bottomed little mama's boys use phrases like strategic level. Here's my impression of Charles Peter Wagner meeting actual men of violence.
Hey, Wagner. Me and the guys have decided you've got a real pretty mouth.
Oh, thanks. I carry chapstick with me everywhere. I like apple, but the wife makes me use strawberry. That's her favorite. Bitches be bossy, am I right? Up top.
Along with charismatic prophet, Trump supporter and all-round crazy person Cindy Jacobs, who might just get her own episode one day, Wagner identified 3 main levels of spiritual warfare.
You know, it must be important and real when you have to break it down into different levels.
Ground level is person to person or praying for an individual's salvation and needs.
Oh dear, sweet baby Jesus, please help Gavin stop losing the TV remote. If he could just put it on the coffee table. I mean, that's what it's there for fuck's sake. Please pardon my French. Amen.
Occult level is fighting demonic forces like Satanism, witchcraft, astrology. You know the list.
Away from me, demon! Your yoga pants betray your true intentions!
And strategic level, where the fight is against the great and evil powers that rule governments and nations.
When you think your LARP is competing for space with NATO, you've been swallowed up by your LARP.
Sir, the gays have opened a nightclub in the Balkans.
God damn it! Time to trigger Article 5.
Do you think the Americans will agree?
Bombing a gay nightclub in a place with a fruity European name? Yeah, I think we can talk them around.
Wagner and Jacobs didn't just identify the theatres of war, but they also offered 6 strategies to be implemented by the mighty Christian warriors.
Hang on, let me get a pen. There's no way I'm going to remember all 6.
Number 1, deploy prayer armies in the Northern Hemisphere, where true Christianity, as defined by Wagner and Jacobs, is waning.
So that would imply, according to these peanuts, true Christianity is doing just fine down under? Is that the real reason?
Why don't we need to deploy prayer armies to the Southern Hemisphere?
Too many browns.
What?
I mean, they don't need prayer assistance because of being upside down.
Number 2, create unity among the clergy, i.e. a totalitarian form of Christianity without dissenters.
Wow, what an original idea. These are just normal humans, you say? Like they're not some super intelligent alien hybrid? Just normal humans with the ability to come up with an idea no one else has tried. An idea that definitely hasn't been tried over and over and over again. An idea that isn't so fundamental to religion itself that a significant proportion, perhaps even a majority of human history hasn't been dedicated to absolutely nothing but exactly this issue.
Okay. So we're all agreed the Son is of the same essence as the Father.
I don't like it. It's overly complicated, unnecessary, and can I say it? Dumb? It's really dumb.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Arian. Can't you just go along with what we've got?
Why does it matter? We're making it all up anyways.
Number 3. Expand that unity to the parishioners, i.e., a totalitarian form of Christianity without dissenters.
The Son is of the same essence as the Father? Why? It's overly complicated, unnecessary, and can I say it, dumb. It's really dumb. Are you guys making all this up?
No! I knew this would happen.
Number 4. The creation of prayer warriors, whom set themselves apart from the rest of the Christian losers in preparation for the final solution. Final showdown. Final showdown. Final showdown.
Set themselves apart? Gee, I wonder what they mean by that.
Darling, can you help with the laundry?
I'd love to, but unfortunately, being an accredited prayer warrior, I have to keep my hands ready for prayer at all times.
What the actual fuck?
Did you hear that? That's the demon alarm.
I can't hear anything.
No, and that's why you'll never be a prayer warrior. Before you start that laundry, you better make me a sandwich. It looks like I'm going to be locked in a very tough, very dangerous and very masculine prayer battle for the rest of the afternoon.
Number 5, Christian surveillance. This relates back to that Diane Bucher bit we gave you at the start. Identify enemies of the Lord.
Gee whiz, I can't imagine how they would utilise that information.
Diane, have you finished marking the homes and businesses of demonic forces?
If you mean gays and foreigners, yes. What now?
Now we wait for the Lord to take his rightful place on the throne of this kingdom. Then he will arrest these marked out individuals and send them to camps where we can concentrate them. Yes, concentrate them.
And finally, number 6, practical prayer warfare. And what they mean by practical is literally destroying, in actuality, the enemies of Christ.
Oh, so actual violence.
Yes. Just in case the prayers don't work. In his book Hardcore Idolatry, Facing the Facts, Wagner claimed Jacobs travelled to Argentina in 1994. She got a bunch of local evangelical pastors on board and they had a good old idol burning, destroying things like Ouija boards, statues of Catholic saints, books of Mormon, tarot cards, voodoo dolls, etc., etc.
Why are we burning dolls?
Because the omnipotent creator God of the entire universe gets creeped out by them. If some of what you just heard about Wagner seems eerily familiar to anyone following the MAGA movement of the past decade, that is no coincidence.
Why on earth would some sleazy grifter lie in exclusively to very stupid bigots and self-interested narcissists remind us of MAGA?
Despite all his bullshit about spiritual warfare, Wagner's greatest crime against humanity was founding the new Apostolic Reformation.
Oh, so we probably should have been pronouncing his name Wagner this whole time.
We have a lot of German fans, Judas, so I'm not going to dignify that with a reply. The New Apostolic Reformation is an organisation that I guess you could say has been a leading light in Dominionism or Christian supremacy, or what we now call Christo-fascism. These are the people who want Christianity to rule the whole world with an iron fist.
Where am I?
Now, don't be alarmed, but you've been in a coma for 40 years. It's the year 2064.
Oh my God!
Whoa! So, there are a couple of things you need to know just before you accidentally blaspheme again and I'm obligated to execute you.
What?
Yeah, so the main difference between now and when you bumped your head is the world is ruled by a Christian theocracy now.
Oh.
But don't worry, it's awesome. Everyone does what the old men tell us to do and nothing ever changes.
So, what about the LGBTQ plus community and the people of colour?
The who and the what now?
So the entire world has Charles Peter Wagner to thank for Douglas Wilson and Pete Hegseth.
Pretty much.
Yay.
If you think the most important piece of kit a warfighter can carry is hair gel and moisturiser,
yeah, boy,
you should fuck off right back to Fox News and give cute stories about cats on the weekends. But if you've never described defence personnel as warfighters because you're not 8 years old...
Yeah, boy!
If you've never needed to use the word lethality because you know what a dude bro looks and sounds like...
Come on, guy!
You need to join our Patreon.
Go to patreon.com/Satan is my superhero.
We accept long hair, superficial individual expression, and beardos.
Yeah, boy!
What can we take away from wading through this quagmire of evil?
Spiritual warfare is the soil in which crusades, inquisitions, witch trials, and the satanic panic grow.
These are just a few of Christians' favourite things.
Christians have always attacked real things under the guise of fighting Satan. But the specific term spiritual warfare never really had physical reality in mind. It's only been in the last 100 years, really, that it's been co-opted into representing real things, people, and places.
Put Disney star Vanessa Hudgens on our running list of antichrists that we must do spiritual warfare against.
Is she a lesbian?
Probably, but that's not the reason.
Is it because she promotes an unholy hedonistic Hollywood lifestyle?
No.
Is it because she's brown?
Why would that be a problem?
We agreed we weren't doing that anymore.
Did we? That feels like a mistake.
When the real war comes, you're going to have to choose a side. One side is evil, filled with hatred and a cowardly desire for violence. The other side is not the Christians. And that's why Satan is my superhero.
Thank you so much for listening. Rate, review, subscribe, all that podcast stuff. But most of all, please give us money.
Go to patreon.com/Satan is my superhero.
If you join our Patreon at the Third Circle of Hell, you'll receive access to exclusive content like this.
Always recycle. It's important. Every little bit helps. Here's a slogan I tweaked and reused again just 80 years later.
Let's make Germany great again.
I know how hard it is to play along with these imbeciles.
Did you not turn it on?
Yep.
When creating a manipulative system of mind control, hypocrisy is a feature, not a bug. Only cowards are afraid to contradict themselves.
Because we're going to match up with that bit I played earlier.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You don't have to get it exact.
This is going to be so good.
It's not that kind of show.
I know. It'll be funny.
I was doing fine and then I touched the mic with my page.
Only the most professional.
Yeah.
Come on, guy!